So, you've specialized in China for decades, and in the past couple decades, it seems like the Western world has tried to welcome China into the inner circle and to almost civilize them. But do you think that the Western world has become more like China, or China has become more like the Western world?
That's a great question, because we thought that as China became stronger, it would become benign, it would become like us. But unfortunately what's happened is we've become like them. And so we've got to be concerned about China in the international system. And so that is a great question. So thank you.
And wars, and when you think of taking over the world, you think of war and fighting. But it seems that China has a different strategy. What do you think that strategy is?
Well, that strategy is to intimidate everybody into submission. Now, they don't want to fight. But they are prepared to fight. We saw this with the Chinese incursions into Ladakh, which is their border between India and China in the Himalayas. China has now encroachments into Nepalese territory. Also an encroachment recently into Sikkim, which is part of India. China is sending its boats into Japanese territory around the Senkakus in the East China Sea. It goes on and on and on. So they are prepared to use military force. They are things that to us seem unimaginable. So we've got to be prepared.
Now, in America, we are big on human rights, and we look at it very seriously. But why do you think we turn a blind eye to the persecution in China?
You'd have to talk to other people, because I'm not turning a blind eye to it. I think part of it is because, this whole notion that China will integrate. Also, people want to make money in China, so they are willing to overlook genocide and crimes against humanity. And also because this is just too hard, for policymakers and diplomats. So there's a lot of reasons why we're doing the wrong thing, but we've got to remember that we're a signatory to the Convention of 1948, which requires us to prevent and punish. Those are the two words in the convention: prevent and punish acts of genocide. China's committing genocide against the Uyghurs and the Kazakhs and others. So we have an obligation to do something to not overlook this.
And do you think America is doing anything? I mean, do you think we're just doing nothing about it and we're letting them get away with it?
Well, Secretary Pompeo, on his next to last day in office, issued a formal determination that China was committing crimes against humanity and genocide in Xinjiang. And that really has gotten others to try to do something. So, for instance, there was a non-binding vote in the Canadian Parliament. The Dutch Parliament has also come and voted on this. And so this is slowly building. And I hope that it builds fast. And part of the reason is that Beijing is hosting the 2022 Winter Olympics, which start in February of next year. And that really, because people are talking about the genocide Olympics, that is bringing this issue to the fore. So we're ignoring it less. That's not to say we're doing enough, but it is to say that we're moving in the right direction too slowly.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.